Testing.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
You know, I almost wore my rugby shirt today, and I did not.
I thought you were going to, and I took a risk doing it.
I almost put it on. I was looking at it in the drawer, and I said to myself, I feel like Charlotte's going to wear this. And sure enough, you did.
I kind of hoped you would wear it.
Well, I didn't.
And I thought, September rugby shirt
Fall,
weather.
pumpkin spice rugby season. But first,
pumpkin spice
rugby
shirt.
Okay, let's see how that sounds. Hi, Charlotte.
Madeline, hello.
We're back.
We sure are.
Here we are.
We're back, and there was a huge thing that took place.
Oh my God.
Over the weekend.
Huge.
Massive. Everybody's talking about it.
Oh my God.
Paul Mescal, the actor who dates the singer Gracie Abrams,
Yes.
wore a Red Sox hat to the Telluride Film Festival.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow. What does it all mean?
The sports world is abuzz.
Do you think he was thinking to himself, you know, there was one great actor who was a Red Sox fan, and that was Ben Affleck. And he goes, I want to be the second.
Matt Damon would like a word. That's Matt Damon erasure.
I just always think about the paparazzi photos of Ben Affleck and Jennifer Garner, who they were married, if you don't know that, for a long time, had 3 children. And there were always these paparazzi photos early in their relationship at Red Sox games.
Yeah.
They were like elite paparazzi photos.
Also,
like night games. It was like always night games.
Yeah, that feels right.
Yeah.
Jennifer's like, why are you making me go to Fenway so much?
She's like, ugh.
And he's like, it's a religious experience, babe. What was I
don't know. Well, I was just going to say,
also the lore of Gone Girl, where he refused to wear a Yankees hat on principle, Ben Affleck, because he's a Boston sports fan.
Which I love.
But he agreed to wear a Mets hat because that felt less bad than a Yankees hat.
Which I would say that is fair because the Red Sox and the Yankees are
couldn't do it.
Famous rivals.
I recently got a New York, what? I'm really telling on myself.
What?
Well, I was going to say I recently got a New York driver's license, even though I've lived here for 9 years.
Yeah. Got one.
And my dad was like, what are you, a Yankees fan now? And I was like, okay.
All right. You're like, relax.
Shout out to my dad.
Relax.
I'm not.
No.
Anyway,
Never.
No, the thing that happened that everybody's talking about, Bill Belichick, I can't believe I'm saying this.
I can't believe you're saying it either.
Bill Belichick, former head coach of the Patriots, 6-time Super Bowl winner, current head coach of the University of North Carolina, boyfriend of Jordon Hudson, who's 24, he's 72. If you don't know that, welcome to the Sports Gossip Show.
Yeah.
He coached a game.
And let me say how I watched the game. So, opening drive of the game, Tar Heels score a touchdown. I'm sitting there going, "Oh my God, is this
beautiful drive?"
I was like, "Are they gonna
82-yard drive down the field, immediate touchdown, boom,
immediate touchdown?" While this is happening, I start getting flickers of light in my eyes. And I go, well, it was just on a walk outside. Maybe it's the sun. And then I go, oh, no. Like a little bit more time passed, and I go, this is a migraine. And if you know anything about me, I think I've mentioned it a few times on the show, I get chronic migraines, which are one of the worst, most debilitating things you can have. So I had a full-blown migraine attack. I text Charlotte, what was it?
It was 9.
Yeah, and I had already been laying down at that point, not feeling good on my meds. And I text her and I just go, I'm going to bed. I don't think I can watch this anymore.
The exact text was, report back on the game in the morning. And I was like, yes, I will be sure to tell you what.
So I fall asleep. I proceed to have a really terrible night.
I'm so sorry.
I'll spare everyone the details, but it wasn't great. But here I am. And the only thing I've seen about the game was that the Tar Heels lost. I believe it was 45-7. So that touchdown.
Well, it's 48-14, but spiritually the same thing. Wait,
they scored another touchdown?
Yes, they did. Which I'll explain to you in a
second. I love it. My migraine super in my mind. I was like, it was 45-7. I don't know really where that came from.
I don't either, but yes. Okay. Also, it was essentially.
It was. Okay, so what happened? Because I know nothing.
Okay, so I'm so sorry you had a migraine.
Yeah.
Also, I had a migraine on Thursday night with the aura and everything.
What's going on?
You know, we're migraine cycle synced.
We are migraine cycle synced, unfortunately.
Which is a terrible thing to be. So I feel your pain. Thank you for being here anyway.
Here I am.
What we call this in the biz?
What?
You're playing hurt.
I am playing hurt. I have had so
Madeline's
many
got
different
her-
beverages.
A lot of beverages.
I had Gatorade off to the side over here. I got some saltines.
Your head's taped up.
My head's taped
We
up.
should have put a bandage on it, like an old-timey...
We really should have.
It's like the frying pan with the
Yeah.
stars around your head.
We should
Can we
have.
put that in post?
We
Just
should have.
kidding. Okay, so Madeline... Sorry you had a migraine.
Thank you.
However, I do think that this is a very funny way to explain.
No, it's amazing.
It's like...
This is what would happen, I would like to add.
Well, also, so for those of you who don't know, go back and listen to our many episodes about Bill Belichick and Jordon Hudson. Jordon Hudson cold called me on a Saturday night at 9:07 p.m. and then we talked to her for 5 hours, and it ended with her yelling at me. So we're like, you know what I was thinking as I was
What?
watching this game?
What?
It would zoom in on Bill Belichick,
Yeah.
and not to make this about us, but I was like, that man knows who we are because he had to listen to his girlfriend be so pissed
Oh, I'm sure.
and complain about us to him.
I'm sure she did.
And that was funny to me.
Oh, no, I do love that. And it's like how many dinners did they have after our week with Jordan Hudson, as we call it, happened where we just came up in conversation.
Where she's just like, those girls.
I'm
And
like,
he's
listen,
like,
should have come on the pod.
He's like, this is going to be a disaster. And I'm realizing.
Yeah.
So the game is horrendous.
Okay.
The quarterback, Gio Lopez, the starter for UNC, gets hurt.
What?
Oh, yeah.
What?
He's out. He's in the medical tent.
At what point in the game did he get hurt?
The third quarter, I believe,
Oh,
when the
no.
score is, 40-7 or something like that, 41-7.
Oh, no.
Max Johnson, the backup for UNC, Max and Gio had been battling for the starting role during training camp. Max Johnson comes in. Backstory to Max Johnson.
Oh.
So he's a graduate student. He played at
Oh.
Texas A&M and LSU before coming to UNC. Last year, he broke his leg so badly that they thought they would have to amputate it.
What?
Holly Rowe, wonderful,
Oh my God.
wonderful reporter for ESPN, a legend in this game, showed, it was like she was giving the report on, Max Johnson, his backstory. And it was a photo of his leg, hip to knee, just
No.
scar,
Nope.
stitched up. He's a metal rod in his leg. They thought they might have to amputate it. He's better, and he's playing football again.
That is remarkable.
And he comes from a very athletic family. His mom played D1 volleyball. His dad won a Super Bowl with the Tampa Bay Bucks.
Okay.
His brother is a tight end at UNC. So the only other touchdown after that first opening drive was Max Johnson throwing to his brother in the end zone for a touchdown.
Oh, I do love that.
So there was
That's
a
a positive for them.
It got
Wow.
so bad. Third quarter, everybody leaves. The fans start pouring.
What?
Like a waterfall going up of fans walking out of the
reverse waterfall?
No, it was like there was a drone shot of the stadium. It's empty, Madeline. It's like maybe every fifth seat is filled.
What?
It gets to the point in the fourth quarter with 2 minutes left. Kirk Herbstreit, ESPN announcer, who do you know about his dog?
Of course I know about it, yes.
They make such a big deal about
Yes.
this guy's dog. It's a gorgeous golden retriever. His previous dog passed away. There's a new dog. I will
Yes.
say, beautiful dog.
Beautiful dog.
Love this dog. But they do kind of act as though Kirk Herbstreit is the only person who's ever had a dog before, which is fine because I get it. Very cute dog.
Dog slander from Charlotte.
Well, I'm like, I don't know where this became his whole thing. Like the dog's on the field before. They cut to the booth,
No.
to the announcer booth, where
Wait.
Kirk Herbstreit and Reese Davis calling this game.
No.
The dog comes into the booth. There is so little to talk about at this point. Like I will say too, like UNC is terrible.
Yeah.
And TCU felt very disrespected coming into this game, the team that they play. I think this is the first time we even said TCU.
Yeah.
They are a great football team. They looked very good. The players were clearly like, screw this, that people have been talking about Bill Belichick and his stupid football team. We are an established team. They have a returning quarterback. They played pretty well last year. They look good this year.
Yeah.
They destroyed UNC. So there's a lot they were like, give us our flowers. The ESPN booth, I will say, was like, this is a TCU win. This isn't about the UNC loss. Like, I mean, it is, but,
Yeah.
give them their flowers. So it's so bad. They run out of stuff to talk about. Kirk Herbstreit, it cuts to him in the booth.
Yeah.
He brings his dog. He puts his dog's paws up on the desk. He puts the headset on the dog, and he says, you call the last 2 minutes.
Stop.
The dog is breathing into the mic like for a good 15 seconds.
What? I mean, Here's what I'll say. I love it. Great television. Charlotte's slandering the dog.
No. I love the dog. I love the dog. I do feel as if they act
crazy.
like no one else has ever had a dog. But I loved this. I loved that the dog was on the headset.
Wow. I have to, is there footage of this?
Oh, yeah. It was on the broadcast. It was like the dog was an anthropomorphized, like with the
so
hands.
So it was like
up.
an Air Bud.
Yes.
Promo.
Yes, it was like Air Bud game caller.
Air Bud game caller. The sequel.
Air Bud talks.
Oh my God.
Just panting into the headset.
And was he panting for the 2 minutes?
No.
It was like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Wow. Here's what I'll say. That's really bad when you're bringing in a dog as entertainment because the game is so bad.
When the dog is on the headset.
I can't believe I didn't see any of this.
I know, it's really kind of incredible. But you're standing for the audience who might not have seen this.
Yes.
Okay, so let me tell you some other stuff.
Oh, no. Wait,
ready?
okay, can I ask a question?
Please.
Rewind from the dog stuff.
Yeah.
After UNC scored the touchdown and my brain started spinning and then I had a horrible night.
Yeah.
Was it pretty immediate after that point that UNC started collapsing, or was it like end of second quarter, like going into halftime, or was pretty much immediately after that touchdown?
It was immediate. At one point, so Gio Lopez gets hurt in the third quarter on a play where he threw his first caught pass in 2 hours. No, Madeline, it's so bad. And
first caught pass?
It had been 2 hours since someone had caught a pass that he had thrown. Since that opening drive where they looked good.
Oh boy.
And here's the thing. The hubris of Bill Belichick to be like, hey, I really sucked in the NFL those last 5 years without Tom Brady. Let me go coach college football, make this whole program about me, fire everybody on the staff when I come in, to the point where people are worried we don't even have people to book plane tickets.
Yes.
Per reporting from ESPN. Let me do that. Let me bring in my guys. Let me bring in my 2 sons. One of them's going to be the defensive coordinator. Huh. Okay. Other one's going to coach the defensive backs and the safeties. Great. Steve and Brian. Here's a couple. I think Brian makes $500,000. I think Steve makes 1.3. Bill's making $10 million. He's like, I'm going to bring in all my guys. I'm going to bring in this circus with my 24-year-old girlfriend who clearly cannot handle her public narrative. And I'm going to make kids. I'm going to make people who play football in high school, I'm going to make them come here and put their career in my hands. And then I'm going to go get transfers. I'm going to have people leave the school they're at. I'm going to bring in 70 new kids. We're going to have a month to try to make this thing work. And I believe I can do it, even though I haven't had success without Tom Brady. I'm sorry. I am just like, it's not over. It's the first game. Things could turn around.
Sure.
But for him to make this whole, it's like, feels irresponsible.
It's wildly irresponsible. You're gambling with people's careers.
And it was embarrassing for those kids.
Yeah.
And it was the biggest game of the weekend, you could say. I mean,
you
know, not really, but like hype-wise.
Well, in terms of like, it was a Monday night primetime game on Labor Day.
Yeah. It was the Monday night football spot that the NFL usually has on ESPN. It
wasn't like an 11 a.m. game on a Saturday.
This wasn't Big Noon Kickoff, folks.
I don't
not
get the
for them to
joke.
catch us right. It's really not. So there were a few things, though. They showed, you saw Jordan.
Yes, okay. Which, question about that.
Yeah.
So they showed Jordon Hudson, but they also showed Michael Jordan, who was there. They brought in all the UNC, like all the goats of the UNC universe to this game. So after they score the touchdown, they show Michael Jordan, and then they showed Jordon Hudson. Mm-hmm. Do they ever show
Jordan Hudson?
Yeah, Michael Jordan Hudson. Do they ever show Michael Jordan Hudson again during the game?
No,
not once.
No, we don't see. Maybe they showed. So Michael Jordan, greatest basketball player of all time, unless you think it was LeBron James, who went to UNC, and Roy Williams, who was the former coach of UNC, and let's see, who else was there? Lawrence Taylor, LT, who is one of the greatest defensive players of all time in the NFL, who went to UNC, Julius Peppers, Randy Moss, didn't go to UNC, but played for Bill in New England, and country music stars Eric Church and Chase Rice, which are
okay,
cool.
All right.
Those are names. So, and they show Jordon Hudson. They cut to her like she's Taylor Swift. And she's standing there next to Randy Moss, and she looked pretty awkward.
Yeah.
She wasn't clapping. She was sort of looking at him being like, do I say something?
Yeah. Well, I don't think she's ever been on a Jumbotron before. I would guess. I mean, unless maybe at like the ESPN, what was that? Or
NFL Honors?
NFL Honors.
She was wearing...
Maybe she was there.
Snakeskin UNC blue pants.
Yeah.
And she was wearing her Bridgewater State cheerleading championship ring, which some people still mistakenly think is one of Bill's Super Bowl rings. It's not. It's not. It's her cheerleading championship ring from 2021 when she was still in college.
Yeah. My favorite thing about them showing her was that she had on her credential, which that is Celebrity 101. You don't need to wear that if you're famous enough to not need it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like when Taylor Swift for sure has a credential when she goes to Arrowhead, guys. I would imagine because she's like going she's going on the field, whatever. She's like around, you know, she's not wearing her credential. That felt like you're newly famous, that you don't know yet, that you don't need to wear your credential because people probably know who you are.
It's so true.
You know what
Madeline.
I mean? Jordan, you don't need the credential.
You don't need
people
the
know
credential.
who you are.
Yeah, you're on
But seeing her with it on, I was like, oh, this is a newly famous person.
You're so right.
You know?
This is someone, yeah. Yes, it's true. Also, there were a lot of Jordan-related signs.
Yes.
Actually,
and merch.
And merch.
Yes.
Was that at the official UNC store?
I don't know if that was at I mean, it looked like it was in a store. I can't imagine it was approved merch.
There was merch that said, like, Hair Jordan.
Yeah.
Because Air Jordan is, Michael Jordan's Nike brand that's iconic.
Yeah.
And there were a lot of signs at tailgates. There was one that went particularly viral, which was, it said Air Jordan, Jordon, in Carolina blue. And it had the silhouette of Bill Belichick on the beach holding Jordan up on his feet, like the way you do airplane with a kid.
From the Instagram post.
From her Instagram post about this. And everybody sent this to us. Mm-hmm. We got a lot. It was a A+ tailgate sign. I get an Instagram DM from someone that I knew back in Boston who now lives in North Carolina. And he said, this was at our tailgate. Wait. And I said, sir, I'm not going to use his name. I said, can I use your name? Can I tell people whose sign this was? And he said, rather you didn't. So I'm going to protect the innocent here.
Wait, they made that sign?
So,
oh my God.
But here's what happened. They had it made by like a tailgate company that makes signs. Mm-hmm. They went to pick it up. And it was spelled wrong. It was spelled Air Jordan, like Jordan, like Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
So they get a message. We got a message today. This is a reading of the Instagram DM from this person who made this sign. Yeah, we got a message today from the tailgate people that was basically like, hey, we have your sign. We printed it wrong. We get what you were trying to do, but we messed up. So we went to the local FedEx spot and got this printed today on a rush order for $93.
Hopefully they didn't have to pay for the new one.
No, they did. For the new one. They rushed or the tailgate people messed up the sign. So they went to committed
they were committed
that they went and they got a new one printed.
Just cover, like get a marker and just cover over it. The A.
They committed to the bet.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, that sign, I did see that pre-migraine stupor. I did see that on social media.
A lot of people liked it.
Wow.
So that sign
scoop
almost didn't happen, but they saved the day.
Wow. This is what you get here on the Sports Gossip Show.
Breaking news.
Breaking news and the hard-hitting journalism.
Look, Bill Belichick's NFL coaching record without Tom Brady is 83-104. So he is under 500. He has his percentage, his less than half of his, he's won less than half of his games without Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Including his time with the Cleveland Browns. With Tom Brady, he had a 249-75 record. Without Brady in the post-Brady Patriots era, it was 29-38. So just raises some questions, and I'll be very interested to see where they go from here. I feel bad for the kids on this team.
I know.
As we've said before, though, like if I were... Look, I'll look silly if Bill turns this whole thing around. Obviously, he's starting out from scratch, essentially. I don't necessarily agree with how he did it, But if he could build this program into something, then there's that. He's 72, though.
No.
So it's not like he's got, a ton of time to, like, not lifespan-wise, just, like, career-wise.
Yeah. It's not great. It's not great. The thing I thought of when I watched this before I wasn't watching it was that opening drive.
When I watched this before I wasn't.
That
Poor
opening
thing.
drive.
I'm so sorry.
I know. It was terrible. I'm here.
Yeah, you're doing great.
I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm like, here. The opening drive, when they scored the touchdown, I was like, oh my God.
I know.
I was like, is Bill Belichick really doing this? It's like on Love is Blind when they're in the pods. And they're in love and having this like beautiful moment, and they're kind of bonding via like codependency in a pod. I don't know.
They're trauma dumping on each other.
They're trauma dumping, but it seems like they're really excited. Yeah, it feels so good. Feels so good. And then the rest of the game was like when they do the reveal and there's a letdown and the like little honeymoon thing, and they live in that fake apartment after. It was like that was the rest of the game. And I do fear that that's going to be the arc of the season. It's going to be like when they move into those weird furnished apartments with the gray couches. Like that.
And then it turns out like one of the families is really racist or something.
Yeah, and then you're like, oh no.
You're like, oh, this isn't fun
and
anymore.
You're like, oh, maybe this is what happens when you like decide to marry someone from a pod that you know nothing about.
Which is kind of what UNC did with Bill.
Yes. Wait. Yes.
UNC and Bill Yes. Okay.
Yes.
UNC and Bill sat opposite each other, having never seen each other in a real life situation together, and said, you know what? This is going to be a beautiful marriage.
Yes.
And Jordon Hudson was the producer offside on the camera saying, do it. You guys are made for each other.
Wait. This is Love is Blind.
This is Love is Blind. UNC football is Love is Blind.
Yes.
And we are at the point where, you know what just happened?
What?
They just saw each other. They were just revealed to each other on that red carpet for the first time.
Yes.
And they had one of those kisses where you're like, one of them really doesn't want to kiss the other.
It's like no. It's when they've proposed and they're really excited for a second, and then they sit on that bench and they have the come down, and then they actually look at each other's faces, and then they're like, oh.
And everybody
and they're
watching,
like,
and they keep one of them keeps touching
the
other one.
They go, I can't believe you're real.
And everybody watching on television is like, this is a massive disaster.
Yes.
This is so wow. Okay, a couple questions.
Hit me.
Speaking of, quote, documentaries.
Oh.
Bill and Jordan are filming with Hulu and Disney Plus a documentary about this season. What did they think was going to happen? Like, the hubris of them to do this documentary not thinking, hey, this could be a total disaster. This game alone is mortifying to have, unless there's a redemption arc where it's like they win a national championship, which they're not going to do, or at least if they win over half their games at this point, it'll be a miracle.
Yes.
Based on that showing.
Yes.
So it's like you're just watching a train wreck. It was the most lopsided game, Madeline. Because I didn't have a migraine, I couldn't turn it off. It was like watching a train wreck.
Yeah.
Did you see anything about his post-game presser?
No. Here's what I'll say about a train wreck, though, while Charlotte pulls this up, is that
you're gonna
Hulu and Disney Plus are jazzed for this train wreck.
Oh.
Because can you imagine what's happening behind the scenes?
No.
Wait. Okay, what happened to what did he say?
Okay, so I'm pulling up a photo.
Oh, no. Wait.
It's not so much what he said. I actually couldn't really hear what he said because of the mumbling. This ties into our conversation. Yeah. The sound is bad, and he's like, we're on to Cincinnati. This ties into our conversation about compressed flowers and proposals. No, you're not ready for what's coming. You're going to get another migraine when you see this. Are you ready?
Wait, okay. I'm scared. Should I close my eyes? My eyes are closed.
Look.
Wait.
For those listening, there is so it's the UNC podium. It's the typical backdrop. And then there is a compressed balloon arch that includes little snowflake looking, like it looks like something out of Frozen.
I'm going to be sick.
What? Someone decided it would be a good idea for Bill's post-game press conference to have a compressed balloon arch above his head, like he's Tyrese Halliburton proposing to his girlfriend.
Who thought this was a good idea?
Well, we don't know for sure.
I know what you're going to say.
It feels like a touch that one Jordon Hudson might have suggested.
Listen, she could have. I could envision a conversation where she's like, it would be amazing. They win this game. Like, let's have a beautiful moment. Which, you know what? Hey, yeah, positive wishful thinking.
If she didn't,
whoever
I have a lot of
the
questions for the person at UNC.
I want to know who made the balloon arch. If you know someone who made this balloon arch at the press conference, please DM us on Instagram at Sports Gossip or email us at info@sportsgossipshow, because I have about 45 questions that I need answered.
Same. We would also like to interview you and have you on the show.
Come on the show.
Okay. Also, this makes me think people at UNC, Chapel Hill is like it's like a stuffy place.
Yeah.
People there are, the shots of the crowd were people just like shaking their heads. Like the sky is falling in Chapel Hill today. Yeah. So people are going to talk. Someone's going to tell us who made that balloon
please.
Arch. Also,
who made the balloon arch?
It kept cutting to Bill on the sidelines, and he would take his headset up and he's going, "What the F? What the F are we doing? What are we effing doing?" Like lip reading. Like it's also defense couldn't stop anything. That's his son Steve's domain. It was I think there was a lot of schadenfreude for, look, I'm a Patriots fan. Thank you, Bill Belichick, for the 6 Super Bowls. I would argue it was Tom Brady. But like, for anyone who feels like, what is this guy doing? And he's being reckless. And also, like, he's being reckless with several young people. He's also dating Jordan, who clearly is in over her head. Not saying she's not a willing participant, but like he's 72. He should know what he's doing in all aspects of his life.
Right.
And it is a mess.
This is beyond a mess. I think it's funny because, there's so much hype going into this game, this season. How's he going to do? What, he's bringing in all these new people, all the drama, blah, blah, blah. It's like, this was the only outcome. Let's be real here. And this isn't, I think, like a shocking statement. UNC is a basketball school. They're not a football school. And have they ever been a football school?
No.
Okay. Never been a football school. What did he think was going to happen? And what did UNC think was going to happen? That, by snapping their fingers, bringing in this Super Bowl winning coach to lead their football program, that they would somehow become a winning team and go on to win a national championship? Like, babe, you're still in the ACC. No offense. Listen, Florida State, we'll get to that. Florida State upset Alabama. Very exciting. But at the end of the day,
babe,
this is an ACC. You're still in the ACC, and you're not even in the top of the ACC. Like, yeah, what did you think was going to happen? Like, just going off of vibes, as we always say. Literally, what did you think was going to happen?
Also, UNC...
He's not coaching Alabama or something where, like, they're getting these top recruits. Like, well, yeah, hello?
Right. Also, he couldn't get a job in the NFL, where he had more success than anyone arguably has ever had.
Yes. So it's like, maybe look internally.
It's like when someone, this might even be worse than Love is Blind. This might be like when someone from Love is Blind, who is the villain on Love is Blind, goes on Netflix show Perfect Match and then flames out on Perfect Match. Like, this is not...
You're like, oh...
Also, again, it's week 1. Obviously, the thing that everybody in sports media likes to do is overreact after week 1. However... This looked disjointed in a way. Sometimes if you go to like a high school basketball game and then you watch an NBA game, you're like, oh, these aren't the same sport.
Yeah.
It looked like UNC and TCU were playing different sports. UNC didn't have any of the fundamentals. They couldn't tackle. They couldn't catch the ball. They were making silly mistakes in a way that it makes you realize and appreciate the level of preparation and coaching for a team to be good. The fundamentals have to be there. And these kids, I'm not saying they don't have those fundamentals. I'm saying as a team, Bill Belichick is also not the kind of leader where he understands how to talk to young people. He understands how to talk to his young girlfriend, who is also kind of an outlier, I would say. But like, he doesn't know how to connect with young kids. And part of this was why he flamed out in the NFL.
Yeah.
These younger players started coming in. He couldn't coach them.
Yeah.
Why do we anyway,
there just seems to be such a huge disconnect.
Yeah.
there seems to be such a disconnect. He brought in like all these outsiders, and he's off in his own little bubble at UNC. And then it's like the players are over here, and it's like he's forgotten about what he's there for, which is to coach these young players.
Which is crazy, because also that's all he's thinking about. All
Right.
he's thinking about
Yeah.
is football and coaching.
Yeah.
But he is not connecting
No.
in a way clearly.
No.
And then you bring in the media circus of all of this, and these kids are, thrust into this spotlight. And when we had Jess Smetana on the show last week, she was like, look, everything's going to be fine if they're winning.
Right.
It's if they're losing that these things are going to start becoming problems.
Yeah.
And we'll see what happens down the line. But I do think that Bill is, I think that this whole exercise, this whole offseason, this whole first game has been an exercise in being very selfish. And he's going around and like greeting the ESPN guys, and they're giving. It felt like they gave like a retrospective of his career on the pregame show. It felt like it was Bill's funeral.
Yes,
but
it was like
there.
a living funeral.
He was there, and it was a
Yes.
football game.
Yes, yes. It's like way to disrespect everyone's time in some way. To like really, you really thought that you could turn this program around, and you're bringing all these eyeballs to this poor program that's like. I mean, listen, there's a lot of football left, but like I don't think it's gonna go so great. Now, here's my question.
Yeah.
Do you think there's a world where he even makes it through the season as their head coach?
Yeah, I think it. Well, I mean, if it's this over and over and over, I don't know. It feels like this is too embarrassing to fire him. Like it's like
it's like too bad, almost.
It's almost like they got engaged in the pods. You can't break the engagement now. Like they're so linked, and everybody is going to have so much egg on their face if this keeps going that
Right.
to admit defeat, like I feel like they would have to say we got to give it another season.
Yeah,
At least.
yeah. Oof.
Anyway.
Wow.
That felt
Wow.
cathartic in some way.
Yes.
Bill, I think everybody through this offseason too, with all of the stuff with Jordan, with his girlfriend, they were like, is she taking advantage of him? Blah, blah, blah. Bill has a lot of responsibility in his life. In fact, he has all the responsibility over his life and the people in it. He still has more power than anybody in this situation. And I think I've been waiting to we've needed to rip into him for a little while now. And this game was like, there you go.
Yeah.
That's how I would
felt
put
like
it.
a release.
That's why you got a migraine.
That's why I got a migraine.
A migraine
Blame
can be,
Bill.
sometimes you get them when it's like tension
Yeah.
leaves your body.
Yeah. The body keeps the score. Oh my God. Wow.
All right.
Well, in other college football news, there are a few upsets that we need to talk about.
Big time.
I already talked about this, and I do need to lead with it. Alabama was upset by Florida State, my dad's alma mater.
Really?
I'm an
know
adjacent
that.
Florida State fan.
Okay.
Yes. Go Noles. I loved watching Alabama lose so much. And I think I maybe texted you this. Maybe I didn't, or I thought I was going to text it to you. I actually think as a Georgia fan, there's something more satisfying watching Alabama lose than Georgia win. I can't explain it.
I was just going to ask you, which was more fun, watching Georgia destroy Marshall?
Well, that's just like, it's not like, that's not fun to watch.
Exactly. That's
not
not
fun to watch.
I
I mean, of course, go Dogs.
Yeah.
I'm very excited for that. But
So it was more fun watching Alabama lose.
I actually think, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's just like, there's something just so visceral and like, I think every SEC football fan, I mean, really kind of every college football fan,
Yeah.
I feel like likes to watch Alabama lose because they're kind of the enemy.
Yeah,
Unless you go to Alabama
exactly.
or an Alabama fan.
Yeah. No, I also think that Alabama, for those who didn't watch the game, they couldn't have looked worse.
They looked really bad.
And Florida State looked really good.
Yeah.
So it's sort of, I don't even know if Alabama, it's like, is Alabama just really bad?
Well,
or
that new
is Florida
coach,
State, Kellen Moore?
has he been there now? Like what? Since
This is his second year, I think?
Yes, because when what's his name retared?
Wait, not Kellen Moore. No, it's
What's his
Kellen.
name?
It's a different. I get this. I get
whatever his name is.
Every Alabama.
Of course, you know what I'm thinking about. I don't know why. Again, migraine brain. I can't remember the name of Alabama's head
Kalen
coach.
DeBoer. Kellen Moore is I think he coaches the Saints. Why do I do it every year? I did this last year. Anyway,
You did? Whatever.
Anyway,
Well, he took over when what's his name retired. What's
Nick
his name?
Saban.
Nick Saban. Thanks. You know what I always think about Nick Saban in my migraine brain is the car commercials he used to do. Remember when he used to do like, I feel like it was like Ford commercials. Anyone remember this?
he's in a really good Verbo one right now.
Oh, he is.
Oh yeah, it's like a top.
It's a good one?
Top commercial.
Yeah. Well. Anyways, he has not had a great tenure with the program. with the program.
No, tough shoes to follow.
No.
Also,
Yeah.
Nick Saban was on the Bill Belichick panel before the game last night, being like, "I can't pick against my good friend."
Please.
Okay.
Please.
So, all right. Very happy for you that Alabama lost. We touched on this last week in our college football preview again with Jess. The lore of the Manning family.
Yes.
Arch Manning, the nephew of NFL Super Bowl winners Peyton and Eli Manning, and grandson of the godfather of football, Archie Manning. They came in. Texas was ranked number 1. Arch Manning was supposed to be the second coming of football Jesus, I guess. And they lost.
Yeah.
He didn't look great. He sort of led a drive at the end of the game that looked a little bit better. Ohio State looked very good. And here's another thing that I will say. I could have told you that Ohio State was going to win that game.
Yes.
Vibes.
Yes, it's
they
vibes.
are coming off
Yes.
of a national championship.
Yes.
They are playing at home. Texas has all the pressure on them. Arch Manning hasn't started a game. Julian Sayin, the quarterback for Ohio State, highly recruited, went to Alabama. Nick Saban left. He was like, I'm not going to Alabama, went to Ohio State. They were firing on all cylinders. Ohio State Stadium is the scariest place I've ever been in my entire life. There was no way Texas was going to win that game.
There was no way. They had all the odds stacked against them.
Sometimes you just want to be like to the football people
like,
making these rankings and decisions. It's like,
what?
Look at the freaking
Vibes.
vibes.
Look at the vibes.
Look at the vibes.
Look at the vibes. No, you know what I thought to myself too?
What?
There's something about when Texas joined the SEC. Was that last year or the year before? It was
Last year,
recently.
Yeah.
They joined the SEC.
Well, maybe 2023. I don't know.
There was
whatever.
something about it where I was like, don't do it. I was like, this is a dumb idea. Like, I know that I think they won a national championship in 2005.
6. 5 or 6.
Somewhere in there.
Vince Young. Yeah.
Somewhere in there.
Last time.
So they've won national championships in the past. However, in more recent years, if you're going off of vibes, it's like, why did you rank them number 1? And why did they go into the SEC? It's like, yeah, no offense. Like, they're not a bad football school. Like, don't get me wrong. They're a top 10 program. But I'm like, yeah, just going off of vibes. It's like, yeah, well, why did you rank them number 1? And of course they were going to lose to Ohio State. Like, I don't know, just energetically. It's I love Matthew McConaughey and Glenn Powell like everyone else, but like, I mean, they can't be the only thing like boosting your program to number 1.
When Texas went to the SEC, I think I saw a tweet that was like, Texas got tired of losing to TCU every year in the Big 12, so they're going to go lose to the SEC teams.
Yeah, it's like, why would you want to do that? Whatever.
Look, all I'm saying is if you put us in charge of a major professional or college team, we would do well. Put us in the front office of a professional team. Actually, no. Don't put us. Hire us, Wilder Hill Media Inc.
Yes.
At large. We will consult. We will consult for your program. And we will say, here's where the vibes are bad. Here's where you need to make the vibes good.
Yes.
It's that simple.
Yes.
And we will help you manage people.
Yes.
We will help you implement
people management
methods. Yes.
And going off of what's going on off the field that could potentially cause friction.
Yeah.
Or cause issues on the field. As we always say, off the field drama affects on the field performance. It just does.
It sure does. You know
and
what?
You should hire us.
And someone should look into what was happening off the field with the Oregon Duck mascot.
Oh.
Because that poor mascot ran onto the field, tripped, lost its head literally, and then because you can't tell who you are as a mascot, it's like a very top secret thing. Like your roommate doesn't even know if they're living with the mascot until you graduate.
Yeah.
Sprinted back into the tunnel. So, it affects every aspect of a program.
It really does.
Real quick, and then we'll do a little bit of U.S. Open stuff quickly because we're going tomorrow.
Yes.
Very exciting. We have to talk about Taylor and Travis being at the Cincinnati-Nebraska game. That happened last Thursday, so this was a long time ago now.
Feels like forever ago.
It was the first glimpse we got of Taylor Swift as an engaged woman.
Which is unbelievable that the first public spotting of her as an engaged woman was at a Nebraska-Cincinnati game at Arrowhead.
Neutral site game
Neutral site game.
Which Cincinnati lost. Travis Kelce, Taylor's fiance. Wow.
Crazy.
Chills. Went to Cincinnati. There's a quarterback at Nebraska who looks like the Chiefs quarterback, Patrick Mahomes. So I guess someone thought they were being real clever putting this little matchup together. Which they were. Cincinnati lost. And afterwards, did you see this?
What?
Afterwards, Nebraska's social team posted a picture of Nebraska's mascot, who is a blonde man, which is the creepiest kind of mascot you can be, is to be a humanoid like mascot with felt tan skin.
Just be like a Sesame Street-esque character. That's what we want.
Keep it to feathers and fur.
Keep it to feathers and fur.
What do we always say on this show?
Keep it to
no felt skin.
No.
Anyway, they photoshopped the Nebraska mascot, Cornhusker, maybe he's called, I don't know, into the engagement photo of Taylor holding Travis's head.
Yeah.
Swifties got so mad that they doxed the social media person.
Oh my God.
At Nebraska, I believe.
Well, I saw that they deleted the post.
So Nebraska deleted the post. Someone tweeted, flood her emails with the email and the phone number of the web manager at Nebraska, who just looks like a young woman.
That's not cool.
So we all got to chill.
Everyone's got to chill. I mean, listen, I don't think that was a great Photoshop move. Tree Payne, I'm sure, was on that.
Yeah.
So not great, but not worthy of.
Also,
don't talk.
Guys, it's college football.
Come on.
Come on. Anyway.
It's like, you think NFL is crazy? Get ready for some college football fans.
Right. Well,
Swifties
versus college football fans.
Oh, that's intense.
That's a fight to the death. I don't know.
World War III.
I'm not backing either of them.
No.
Okay, should we do a little U.S. Open real quick?
Let's do a little
before
U.S.
we
Open.
Close this out.
Yeah.
Something that I do need to tell you, that I need to, in fact, show you.
Oh.
Did you see at the U.S. Open yesterday this picture?
Yes.
Rami Malek, the actor who played Mr. Robot? iRobot?
Mr. Robot.
Mr. Robot.
Yeah.
iRobot's Will Smith. He sat next to Vogue former editor-in-chief.
Yes.
Chief Content Officer of Condé Nast.
Which, can I just add a
Anna
little
Wintour,
fashion update?
Please.
Vogue just announced their new, I believe it's the Global Head of Content. Is that the job title that she has now?
No, it's Vogue. It's Chloe Mall.
Yeah. What's her new title?
Let's Google this.
We're doing a little fashion break here. Ding, 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 ding.
Chloe Mall.
Chloe Mal, who has been at Vogue for a long time. She's been overseeing Vogue.com.
She is now the head of editorial content of Vogue.
Yes. Not a surprising hire. She's been at Vogue for a long time. She's a daughter of Candace Bergen. She's been around. Congrats to her. I think it makes sense. Well, I love that we just threw this in here for me too.
Me too. Also interesting that Anna Wintour, the former editor-in-chief of Vogue, will now be the last editor-in-chief of Vogue because they changed. It's now head of editorial content. There will never be an editor-in-chief of Vogue after Anna.
You know what? I respect it.
Same.
I respect it.
So congrats to Chloe.
Yeah, congrats.
Anyway, Rami talked to Anna through, I think, for 5 hours. It would cut back to her, and he would still be talking to her.
They sat next to each other for 5 hours?
Yeah, through.
Oh my God!
Let's see. They sat next to each other. They started at the Felix Auger alias. They started one match, continued through Coco Gauff and Naomi Osaka's match, and was still talking to her during the Sinner and Bublik match.
Oh my God!
Shout out to our buddy Thomas, who sent this to me.
Wow. Oh my God! Wait, I first of all, I want to know what they were talking about.
Do you think he was trying to get on the committee for the Met Gala? The whatever they call it, sponsor, not sponsor.
Yeah, it's like a committee.
Host committee.
I mean, that would be interesting, but I don't. Why would he be on it? I mean, he's a good actor, but like, I don't know if he's someone I would pick. I'm also like, what is he doing? Spending all this time with Anna, is if he's trying to, you know what? Maybe he's trying for. I was about to say, what is he trying to get on the cover of Vogue? Which sure, he maybe, or GQ.
Oh,
because
Condé Nast publication.
Anna is essentially in charge of like all of Condé Nast. Like she just runs the show basically. Yeah. So like maybe he's gunning for a cover, and his publicist was like, "You need to sit there. You need to talk to Anna. Make her like you a lot. You need to get on this cover of GQ in 4 months or whatever."
And Anna's like, "Oh, we talk too much."
Yeah.
I would say don't talk to someone that much if you want something from them.
I agree.
I would say talk to them less.
And like let them want to come talk to you.
Leave them wanting more.
Exactly.
If she wanted to, she would. Anyway.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Wow.
I mean, there's just like, at this point, I'm like, what do we keep talking about the U.S. Open? Do we talk about Micah Parsons being traded to the Packers from the Cowboys?
Well, maybe we do to say that a little bit because as a little tease for our Thursday episode.
Okay, so Thursday, we'll talk about the U.S. Open, but there haven't been a ton of upsets, except that Naomi Osaka, we do have to mention, who was a great player and won, I believe, 4 Grand Slams before she had her daughter and took a break, and she took a mental health break at some points, and people have wondered, is she going to be able to come back? She looked amazing against the U.S.'s own Coco Gauff. It was pretty painful to watch Coco play.
I know. I do love both of them.
I do
too. But I felt bad for Coco.
She's had trouble with her serve, Coco. She hired a new coach to help her with it. Her serve looked good, but she couldn't return any forehands, basically. And Naomi just looked pretty unstoppable.
Yeah, she looked very cool, calm, and collected out there.
She did.
She just looked chill.
And we're going to go see her tomorrow.
Yeah.
Very excited.
Very exciting.
Yeah, if you see us if you see the sports gossip show at the U.S. Open,
say hello.
Tip your cap.
Tip of the hat.
Tip of the good top of the
Tip
morning.
of a honeydeuce to you.
Okay. We have talked about this on the show before.
Yeah.
But on Thursday, we are going to do an NFL preview, a very special one based on who the quarterbacks are dating or married to.
Yeah.
Feels important. With that in mind,
those vibes matter.
We got to give you a company man update.
Yes.
Micah Parsons, who is the best defensive player for the Cowboys, one of the best defensive players, if not the, in the league. He was in a contract dispute with Cowboys owner Jerry Jones. And he requested a trade, which was sort of posturing, I think, sort of like either pay me or I want to leave. And instead of taking the bait, Jerry Jones said, okay, and traded him to the Green Bay Packers.
Wow.
What is your company man? And Micah said when he got to the Green Bay Packers, he said, I didn't think I would be traded, but that's the harsh reality.
Listen, I think if you are not acting like a good company man at your current job, don't be surprised if they transfer you to another region.
To a different branch.
Don't be surprised if they transfer you to a different branch. It's like, and it sounds like his response is like, yeah, well, I kind of did this to myself.
Yeah.
It's sort of what I feel like he's saying.
Also, he's excited because the Packers are a real contender. The Packers are a good team.
Better than the Cowboys.
I would argue. So this is probably good. There was some drama, though, that's come out. Some people say that Micah wasn't that well liked in the Cowboys locker room, that he had a podcast that has caused friction. Who among us?
Who among us?
And then some people on the team are like, no, we loved Micah. So there's all this sort of internal drama. But then, and all of the Packers are like, we're really happy to have him. There's a little wrinkle in this whole situation.
What?
Micah has a sprain in his L4, L5 facet joint.
Oh, no.
And I say the exact injury because I have arthritis in my L4, L5 facet joint.
Stars are just like us.
And he might get an epidural to play on Sunday. And as someone
can he fix it? Or no, is it just kind of like you just deal with the pain? I got an expert right here.
Let me tell you, as someone who has dealt with that it's terrible.
Yeah.
I could barely, at times I could barely walk, let alone the thought of playing what these people put their bodies through.
It's crazy. Oh, no.
So we'll keep an eye out for that starting this.
Wow.
But that's a company man update we had to toss out there.
Yeah, we had to throw that in there.
Yeah.
And I do want to say something as a little bit more of a tease for our NFL preview on Thursday.
Yes.
Haven't told you this.
Oh.
I have picked an NFL team.
Oh, my God.
That I'm going to reveal.
Wait, to be a fan of?
To be a fan of.
Are you kidding? So your Falcons are out?
No. Come on, please. We've talked about the Falcons. I'm from Atlanta, but I can't be a fan of the Falcons.
Can I guess? I'll guess on Thursday.
You can guess on Thursday. I just need to say that now.
Wow, this is huge.
Big news.
For those of you who weren't with us for the NBA season, Madeline famously became a Knicks fan.
I like famous. Like what we say about people on the show. Madeline famously became
a Knicks fan.
Yes. Well-known Knicks fan.
Well-known Knicks fan.
Long-time Knicks fan.
Yeah, when Madeline goes to games, they show her on the Jumbotron.
Every time.
And it's annoying at this point.
It's like, we get it. You're such a lifelong Knicks
You're
fan.
like, can you get this camera out of my face?
So yes, I've picked an NFL team. And I have a few reasons why.
All right.
I've picked this team.
Oh, I have another thing to tell you real quick.
What?
So, related to the Knicks, the owner of the Knicks is a guy named James Dolan, and Knicks fans hate him because look at the past 30 years of the Knicks, except for last year. But they were mad at each other. Anyway, whatever. Okay, so he owns the Sphere in Vegas. We've talked about this before, that big LED giant ball. They put on a showing of the movie The Wizard of Oz.
Yes, I knew about this.
Where they had like AI, they sort of like you could go in the poppies at one point, and like apples fell from foam, apples fell from the roof, and in the tornado scene, there was all this debris flying around and wind, and the seats were shaking. James Dolan dressed up as the Wizard of Oz.
No,
he put on a full
for the movie
for this event. He put and sat in a green like fabricated throne, and I will say it's a little on the nose. Because the whole point of the Wizard of Oz is that he actually doesn't have any magical powers, and they pull the curtain back. That's where like pull the curtain back came from. And then there's just this tiny sort of impotent man.
Oh.
And he dressed up as that character.
Oh boy. Well, someone is looking for a cameo in a show like Landman, like the Cowboys owner Jerry Jones.
Also,
maybe he wants a TV cameo.
Probably. He wants
to act.
He has whatever. We keep saying whatever. Real quick, another point of business. We are going to be doing in 2 weeks an episode about all of these documentaries about the NFL that keep coming out. One of those is America's Team, The Cowboy and His Gamblers, which is a doc about the Cowboys on Netflix. We've been watching that.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about Quarterback also on Netflix. We're going to talk about Hard Knocks. So it's kind of like a book club, but for documentaries. So if you want to watch those in advance of us talking about them.
Yes.
You can do that.
Great reminder.
Thank you. All right.
Well, I guess that's it for this week.
You got through it.
Made it through. For any migraine gals or guys out there,
you know the
standing
struggle.
with you. You know the struggle. As always, please like and subscribe, rate and review. You can follow us on Instagram at Sports Gossip and on TikTok at Sports Gossip Show. Please leave us a nice review on Apple and Spotify. It really does make a huge difference.
Yeah. And follow us subscribe on YouTube.
Oh, yeah, subscribe on
Did
YouTube.
you say that?
I said that. And if you have any questions for us for a future mailbag that we've been writing, you can send them to info@sportsgossipshow.com, or you can DM us on Instagram at Sports Gossip.
Boom.
Boom.
Okay.
Right.
Bye.